Air can. Schlep that over here. I am pretty cold with shorts on here at 30 something degrees, but we have blue skies, no clouds. Sun is gonna come down. I'm gonna get warmed up by the sun. Try out all my stuff when the chance happens. Mix up my breakfast, get my snacks out, drop this tent, finish packing the bag. I get to walk today. Oh wait, I walked yesterday and the day before that. But today it's gonna be great. It's gonna be a good morning. But this is hopeful. The glorious sun. It's amazing. I can't wait for warm days. Like the trail goes up that way, but this is a pretty obvious crossing point here. That smaller one I had to cross is covered in ice. Keep following the creek and then it juts left. The pass must be behind this. Getting close to Benson Pass. Been climbing for a while, all morning. I'll be in the snow shortly. Just been going over drifts. Got a new valley. And this is Benson Pass. It's pretty easy. I think the rain helped quite a bit, melting the snow. I think I'm gonna eat a snack and then carry on. Looks like the trail drops right down here. That would be a nice campsite. There's even a young marmot over there hanging out, ready to chew through your tent. I'm gonna take my break early, dry out my bag, sit around, check this out for a while. The granite up here is amazing. I've come down from that way, so they're not dry yet, but everything else got set out. I'm Sherpaing that to the next hiker box. Found that on trail back before Donahue. And this stuff's pretty much done. Bugs are around, but they're at least staying out of my hood. So, yeah, this is quite the spot for a lunch break. Yeah. And it's been 2 days since I've had dry stuff. Trail's been super steep.
wet, snowy. I'm gonna drink some water, filter some water. Don't have to go too far for that. Oh, that's a really high log. I'm gonna go take a look at it. It looks all grippy from feet. Yeah, let's do that. Those higher beams are scary. The water was well over waist deep though, so I just walked through the first two and the beams on that one. But it's a pretty complicated mess going through here. All right, those rivers were the bottom of my downhill. And now I'm working on an uphill. It's less than 3 miles to the next pass. Supposedly it has a really sketchy snow spot with a steep slide into the river. So we'll see what that looks like. This chubby wubby. Look who I found. Ketchup Daddy and Savvy. You got a real trail name you're living by?
No.
She's Savvy. I think that's a false pass. It's 0.6 miles to Seavys Pass. So I'm pretty sure that that's closer than a half mile. Maybe it's not. It's so hard to read distances out here. Everything is big. Walking down these passes, there's basically no snow except for a couple downhill patches going into that last lake. Been coming down a little ways, definitely some steep snow on the backside of Seavys. So here is what they talked about in the comments, the sketchy section over the river. So somewhere here, that looks questionable, but it'll hold me. It will hold. Make it work. Fell through there. No big deal. The snow is pretty tough through here. Mixed scrambling and precarious snow walking. All right, we threw all that sketchy snow over the river. That was a test, for sure. But only fell through one spot, and I'm good with that. So found a good spot. Nice and cozy, flat, rocks, and then I'll carry on with whatever snow there is in the morning. I can get away with the water I've got, I think. Morning. It's a little after 7. Slept super comfortably. All my dry gear. Got my sling bag out again because there's actually sunshine. But yeah, I'm gonna get some breakfast, pull down the tent, and finish packing up. Boom, back on trail. Came up out of the snow, and chances are it goes back into the snow. We're a bit above that river we were trudging through all that soft snow next to yesterday. So I've got 2 days of hiking, and then I should get into Kennedy Meadows North. Everything's looking good. Got a bunch of food in a box there. Be able to get rid of that damn bear can. Not quite done with snow yet. Nice fat log across, good and stable. Now I gotta get through this. This is a unnamed pass, but it was hard to get up here. I'm going up and down mountains all day so far. I'm under 9,000 feet, so it's not that high, but just don't have the depth, the energy. I'm gonna make that work. Look at the sun hitting these rocks and logs, these high spots. Thankfully the trail leveled out a bit for now. I get to cruise, recover in motion. Alright, we got a mandatory crossing here, which I got my shoes wet just a bit ago, so I'm just gonna march right through. Big old fish right there. Almost 19 miles. There's been countless little crosses like this and mud bogs. Somebody took the time to make a snowman. They must have carried it a little ways. All right, the lake. I made it to Dorothy Lake. It's just down there. I'm just gonna set up in the stocks. There's got to be a good spot here somewhere. I'm just beat. Yeah, I'm gonna set up right here. Man, am I happy to be here. It's been tiring. Getting around 20 miles is digging deep for sure. But I am happy to be here. I've just been walking these canyons, crossing the creeks everywhere. There's Like my shoes are absolutely saturated at the moment. And the sun's gone. There's no drying them out. They'll be got something like 19 miles to the intersection at Sonora Pass to go into Kennedy Meadows North. But it's 8 miles up the road, so I could get there and it'd be, 7 o'clock tomorrow night probably when I got there. So I get to do something reasonable tomorrow, and then a morning hike to get to the intersection at 10:30, I believe, is when the shuttle from Kennedy Meadows comes. It was a wet, sloppy mud bog. It was all mosquitoes all day, no matter where I stopped, even on the mountains. Like, there just wasn't a breeze. But somehow right here, there's no bugs. None. So, picked a good spot. All right, I'm gonna set up my tent and pretty much say goodnight. I'm whooped my shoulder.
And a big old serving of rice.
That's how most dinners look. And usually I can put this whole thing in that one wrap if I get the water right, which it looks just right.
One serving, done. Good morning.
I'm up, I'm ready to go, and today it's 14.7 miles to the last marked campsite, and then there's a bit of a peak and a downhill to Sonora Pass, which is 20.8, so just under 21. The last shuttle is at 4:30, so not a chance there. This morning it's pretty cloudy, and Dorothy Lake's just down below me, so I'll show that in a moment. I've seen some fish jump, or surface for bugs anyway. Dorothy Lake, I camped just up past the snow, basically. All right, Dorothy Lake Pass. It's just ahead of me. This is probably, I don't know, up to my chest right here. A little dry trail for a bit. 0.2 miles from 1,000, from getting my 1,000th mile.
Woohoo!
Oh my gosh, it's hard to even fit that in the frame. 1,000 miles, 1,000 miles. It's so ridiculous to think about 1,000 miles. I'm not halfway yet. Majority of the big stuff after Whitney I've done solo, which has been incredible. Going by feel, getting what I need, stopping when I want, dipping water, carrying just a little bit. Full days of wet feet over and over and over, just when you dry them out. Oh my gosh. Can't believe it. Out here earning every mile. But there's always more. For now, there's more. And here's a little something for our metric friends. Walker Creek. Looking at the maps and things, it looked like Dorothy Lake, the pass, was the end of Yosemite National Park, which is a huge deal. Came over the bridge, got a little water out of the side. Basically, I've got 2 miles of just kind of up and down, and then a 2,000-foot climb for predictably the rest of the day for sure. All right, past the last marked water spot for the next 10 miles or so. I might be dry camping tonight, so we'll see what happens. For the first time in over 2 weeks that I've carried extra water at all. Whew. All kinds of snow coming up just out of sight there. I'm gonna go up the scree field here, take to the boot path, and conquer this mountain pass. All right, this might not look too bad in video, but this is steep. That's a big, dangerous slide all the way down to get mangled by the rocks down there. Those guys, Hummingbird and Fanny Snacks, headed across. Looks like they're slipping a little bit. Got some big views up here. See clear back what I've traveled through. Looks like gonna carry across, and you can just faintly see the trail. So it's a steady climb. Looks like might gain 300 feet or so more, and we'll get some more views. Appears that the trail is very snowy. All right, that was a long snowfield to do, but look who I found. These pair up here in the mountains. Put them back. Smoother for a bit, and these guys, I can kind of see the trail. Yeah, getting into some new zones. Pretty awesome. To walk 1,000 miles and just stumble into some changes. Desert to Sierra to NorCal. Here we come. A curious chipmunk standing his ground, wondering what I'm doing up here. There's a road. Grass and flowing hills instead of craggy loose rock and pebbles and soaring granite domes and peaks. Looks like I got another snowfield and another snowfield. Just when you think you're done. Steep one. I don't want to let loose and slide on this. I came down that big snow slab up there, and this is a side trail. I'm going to get down, but it's a little sketchier than I'd hoped for. But work our way down this. All this loose stuff here. You can see the trail there. See what I came down. I came down all the scree and looseness sticking to the dirt as much as possible, and then crossed a snowfield entirely over here. All right, got a nice flat spot. Tents up. And this is the view out of my door. Oh, it's amazing. This is so cool to be out here, sustained like this. All right, that was a nice sunrise. It's pretty rare that I'm up that early. And really I wasn't up, I just put my phone out on the tripod. So, win-win. It's 9:30, it's time to head down to the road. See if there's a queue for the ride. But yeah, got to hang out, sleep in, patch my tent. So, feeling good. I'm gonna go get a shower, my box, my resupply box I sent up from Mammoth. All right, made it down to the road here. Sonora Pass. Found some trail magic. Pogo's here from the Bay Area. He hiked in 19, right? Trail magic, he brought good stuff. Good stuff. The van's here, got to get ready.
North to south and south to north. Over the years, this is
the hiker zone in the back. Let's go see some horsies. Everybody's getting fed. The bottom stuff's the best, huh? Burying them alive. The foal doesn't like casts. It's got cast front legs. Getting a swim? TP's over there. A river running through here. We're out front of the general store. Restaurant, lodge, store. It's really nice through here. All right, I'm gonna camp up here somewhere. There's spots, campsites. I was gonna leave Kennedy Meadows North yesterday, but my box isn't here and tracking number is not giving me a date either. So it's Friday. I'm gonna hang out, head down to the store a little later, recheck the tracking number and see if it's worth waiting longer or trying to bounce that box probably to home and then just resupplying here. A lot of the clothes and gear that was in that box, we're gonna go home with my bear can. So we'll figure that out a little later, but I stayed under the trees here. Table's in the shade now, so I've been taking advantage of that. Slept probably 10 hours last night. It was really nice to sleep in. And we got bear cans, or vaults. So we're good here. It's really nice. We're under all this granite. And the road for Sonora Pass is a pretty aggressive road that goes up and through there. Certainly not as high as the trail, but we are very low compared to the pass. Bugs are not bad. I'm able to sit outside. What you looking at? All right, so I got a ride back up to the trail today. My box hasn't come in yet. But if I was around the restaurant and the store there, I was gonna keep getting in trouble. Spend. So I did a weekend worth of resupply. I'm just gonna stay up here at Sonora Pass basically, because there's really good reception on the ridges here. So I'm gonna go check out this day use area. Looking back at the south side of Sonora, this is like that section back there is all the stuff I came down, the scree and the snow. We popped out back behind there. Bathrooms, picnic tables. I think I'm gonna set up in the shade right here. Saturday parade. There's a lot of wind today, and that doesn't look very good. There's supposed to be a chance of rain, but the wind sure came. All right, I went down, resupplied, sent my bear can, all that stuff, forwarding, info for my box that hasn't shown up. I'm back at Sonora Pass. It's certainly raining, not very hard at the moment, but it has been raining pretty good. And the wind is gusts of wind. So I'm supposed to potentially keep that up all night. So I'm not gonna walk out into the no tree land. I'm gonna camp up here. These are some spots I didn't see, but they're well protected for wind. So I'm gonna post up here, and then we'll officially be on trail again tomorrow. But I wasn't gonna sit around and wait for that box anymore. It's still in Lathrop, hasn't moved since the 6th, and today's the 12th, so enough waiting for that. I'm gonna try and get my tent up before the hard rain and wind comes again. Ooh, it's windy. The rain keeps coming and going, but I'm pretty well protected. It's probably 50-mile-an-hour gusts going overhead, so got some good trees, keeping the rain and the wind off. So